Society doesn't hate intelligence by accident. It hates it by design. Intelligent people disrupt comfort, and comfort is the real currency of society. Most systems are not built on truth, but on shared assumptions. When someone starts questioning those assumptions, people don't see curiosity. They see danger. Intelligence doesn't just collect facts. It asks why things exist the way they do. It notices contradictions in traditions, authority, and popular beliefs. And when those contradictions are exposed, the illusion of stability cracks. Most people don't want reality. They want reassurance. An intelligent person doesn't reassure. They clarify. They remove excuses. And clarity is uncomfortable.
Intelligence exposes insecurity without trying. When someone thinks independently, it forces others to confront a painful idea. Maybe their beliefs were never chosen, only inherited. Maybe they're wrong. That realization threatens ego, not logic. So society doesn't argue with intelligence. It attacks character. He thinks he's better than us. She's too negative. He's overthinking. These are not counterarguments. They are psychological shields. People confuse intelligence with arrogance because intelligence refuses to perform submission. Social interactions are rituals of agreement. Intelligent people often break those rituals, and once the ritual breaks, discomfort turns into hostility. Intelligence decentralizes power. Systems survive when questioning stops early. Intelligent people don't stop. They ask follow-up questions. They demand consistency. They notice when rules apply only to the powerless. That makes them difficult to control. Society values predictability over truth. Intelligent people are unpredictable because they don't follow scripts, hierarchies, or labels blindly. They respect logic, not position. That makes them inconvenient in schools, workplaces, and institutions that reward obedience over insight. Systems don't reward thinkers. They reward performers. Intelligence creates distance, not superiority. When you think deeper and faster, communication gaps appear. Intelligence looks like arrogance. Simplicity looks like ignorance. Both sides feel misunderstood, but only one side is punished for it. Depth narrows the crowd. Small talk feels empty. Mass opinion feels hollow. Society prefers people who blend in, not those who see through it. Over time, intelligent people learn to hide, soften, or isolate. Society then points to their isolation. Intelligent people are harder to manipulate. Advertising works worse. Political slogans feel empty. Social pressure loses power. When manipulation fails, it turns into resentment, disguised as moral judgment. You're cynical. You've lost faith. Translation: you're not controllable. Society admires intelligence only when it entertains, teaches safely, or confirms existing beliefs. The moment intelligence challenges comfort, admiration turns into hostility. Smart is tolerated. Independent is not. History makes this pattern obvious. Socrates was executed. Galileo was silenced. Nietzsche was mocked. Not because they were wrong, but because they disturbed comfort. Society accepts intelligence only after it's dead, diluted, or turned into harmless quotes. First, it resists the thinker. Later, it pretends it always agreed. The real reason intelligent people are hated is not jealousy, and it's not arrogance. Those explanations are convenient because they avoid the uncomfortable truth. The real reason is responsibility. Intelligence removes the ability to pretend you had no choice. When someone thinks clearly, questions deeply, and refuses to blindly follow, they become living proof that most people are not trapped by circumstances as much as they claim. They are trapped by habits, fear, and comfort. This is not an accusation. It's an observation. And observations are dangerous. Society survives on plausible deniability. I didn't know. I was just following rules. This is how it's always been. Everyone does it. These phrases protect people from responsibility. Intelligence quietly destroys them. Not by arguing, but by existing. An intelligent person doesn't need to shame anyone. Their presence alone exposes that thinking is optional, obedience is a choice, and ignorance is often maintained because it's useful. That realization hurts more than any insult. Most people don't just believe ideas. They build identities around them. Beliefs shape careers, relationships, moral self-image, and social belonging. When intelligence challenges a belief, it doesn't feel like a debate. It feels like an attack on one's entire life structure. If the intelligent person is right, then years of effort, loyalty, and sacrifice might have been based on weak foundations. That's not a small threat. That's existential. So people don't respond with logic. They respond with emotion. Intelligence gets labeled as cold, negative, cynical, or detached. Not because it lacks empathy, but because empathy is often used as a shield to protect comforting lies. Truth doesn't cushion impact. And society prefers anesthesia. Another reason intelligence is hated is that it exposes complicity. Intelligent people tend to see systems as they are, not as they're marketed. They notice how people criticize structures.